I know most of you must have heard about my suicide story on the blogs, videos, probably one of my interviews. And you'll be wondering, how this woman take recover from suicide? How this woman take recover from depression? Like from being depressed, sad, broke, unhappy, to the happy woman I am today. I know most of you have that question in your mind. This is my comeback story. My name is Anita Alaire Afoke Asoa, aka RealWarripikin. Let's throw back a bit. So 2 years ago, my husband and I sat down and we were talking. And we were like, so we just did this Abuja, so get 2 motor. They work for bank, you they work for National Youth Service Corps. They receive salary, you get 2 children. You not sure say we need to work hard, do other things, maybe for get more progress. I say fun. You know those January, the way they been after Happy New Year, you won't start the year, you won't start to write the things where you go like achieve for that year. Now come make us broke back. Carry barrel and paper, say this year we go put hand for other things, we go make us get progress. More progress. We can't put hand for business where we not calculate. We shook hand for the business. We not just even shook hand for the business with our own money where we work. Hey! Oh, just okay. We can't borrow money from family and friends join to do this business because the business was very juicy. The business was very promising. We shook and finish, we got 4. Use our head shook run. So I got rich now. Business, the business not born picking. People can't want their money back. Our money where we get, where we save, where we put aside. If yeah. That one Sky B. The money where we borrow cost Sky B. The people self, not be just their capital that they expect, they expect profit. Because we tell them say the business they very juicy. If they put their money, they go get profit. They can't even reach time where we say we're not going to pay them their money back. They can't even forget about the profit. Now the capital they want, but the capital will not feel provide them. From there, we're not going to sit in the shop because any money where we get from salary, from any small hustle, what I do now to pay back debt. Children not fit go school, not fit pay their school fees. Rent self will not fit pay. Everything called Krogi there. Every day now go they cry. You not get who are not called beg money. I beg you feel help me. But you know say when you're there for problem, and that's how you don't know say you not really get friends. You don't understand. From getting too many friends, God reach where be say my friends not even reach 1.5. I was depressed, I was crying every day, I lost appetite, I was sick, my sleep changed. I didn't have interest for anything. I didn't have energy. I was exhausted. You know when people they call you every day, where my money? Hello, today police go come, tomorrow, it was just too much. And I was depressed. First of all, I didn't know depression existed. You know how it is, they'll say, no worry, you're not there depressed. Nothing like depression, because for Nigeria, the one we will know now, only when we feel headache, when hand they pain us, now we take the go hospital. Psychology will not share anything for our mental health. We don't take it seriously, so I didn't know I was depressed, but I just know I was really sad. From there, I started having suicidal thoughts. I told my husband about it. He was like, let's pray about it. But of course, I'm not saying prayer is not good. Prayer is very important, but maybe they pray, they do physical joy, go walk. All the pastor where we go meet self, they are not professionals. The only thing they will tell you is to read Bible verse and pray, and it became really worse. It became so bad that sometimes I can't even sleep at night. I'll just be in a particular spot. I'll cry for the whole day. You know how you will cry for 24 hours non-stop. So my kids knew I used to cry. I remember one time, Ibube came to me and said, Mommy, you're crying too much. What's happening to you? Is the stomach paining you? It was really bad. It was really bad. And I was only getting tough love from family and friends. When you call somebody, look at what I'm going through. why you go do that kind of thing? Now you know now, and you go face the rot, you know, those kind of things. I was getting tough love, and then you know that when you are in a circle, and you are the only one in that circle that people draw from spiritually, mentally, physically, financially, and all of a sudden when you need their help, there is nobody in that circle to draw from because they are used to drawing from you. You know, so I was exhausted. I didn't have any energy anymore. And when I was having that suicidal thought, that was when I was supposed to seek professional help, but I couldn't. You know, and then June 6, 2018, I attempted suicide. You know, it was really terrible. I thought I was going to die. But thank God, fortunately for me, I didn't die. You know, so that's it. That's a throwback. So how I recovered from depression. So I had 4 help: professional help, spiritual help, family and friends, and self-help. You know, so the professional help, I met with a therapist, talking. I had to learn some things, relearn some things, unlearn some things. It was like a capacity building thing for me. So I began to build capacity. You know, we did a lot of exercise, books to read. You know, it was really helpful. You know, the therapist, that was the professional part, and then spiritual help, of course. You know, a lot of us, but the way I knew God before 2018 was, I'm not supposed to have problems. Problems, if you are serving God, you won't have problem. Just pray and everything is fine. You know, I don't have to do anything but pray. And I began to understand that even Jesus said, they stone him. So me wake up a human being, so I suppose see problem. But I need to just understand, say problem must come. In the Bible, they say problem must come, tribulations must come, but you have to be of good cheer. Like you have to be strong, because those are the things that makes you mature. So I began to understand. I began to meditate. I asked God for forgiveness. I was very close. I was now closer to Him. I prayed with understanding now, because I know that praying to God does not mean I won't go through stuff, you know. But of course, it's going to guide me while going through stuff, you know. So that was spiritual help. And the third was family and friends. Of course, family and friends at that time, when everything happened, were not there. I had just few friends who were there for me. You know, all I got was tough love. Not like they hated me, but that is how, like, that's how they are wired. Like, in my family, something bad will happen to you now. Doctor is saying, you know, like, it's coming from the place of concern and the place of discipline, you know. But we don't really know how to, like, show love. We show love in a very weird way, and that really affected me. But when it happened, and I started to know my true friends, you know, I didn't like have friends, but I had like few friends who, you know, so that when you get problem, you can't know who be your friend. So out of the 5 billion friends who I get, they got reduced to like 1.5, you know. So those few friends and family, you know, and I had to understand them. They showed me love. So they were just there for me at that time. And the last one was self-help. I went back to my drawing board. I went back to my foundation, you know, to say, Anita, you don't attempt suicide, not me say you go remain there. You have to be strong. What did don't happen? And I began to work on myself, build iron chest to chest anything will come, you know. And I had to understand myself, discover myself, to know what God really said He created me for, you know. That's how I discovered RealWarripikin, you know. So I began to work on my career. I started to read books. I started to understand life, that you have to just focus on things that are only important and true, you know. Self-love, you know. At that time, I cherish self-love, and I had to understand, because I used to think that self-love is vanity. Like, you have to only love your friends and family, come through for them. I actually forgot myself, because if I had self-love in me, I don't think my depression would have gotten to the point of suicide. So I began to understand that self-love is very important. Self-love is vital. Self-love is not vanity, it's sanity. So I understand self-love. Put yourself first. Do the one your power reach. Life na PH per head. Like, everyone has their life to live, so don't put your hope on human beings. I now know that human beings are human beings. You don't put your hope on human beings, but God. If God cannot do it, may it not be done. And then I started taking one day at a time, not putting myself under pressure. Whatever I have, I'm contented, because now spirit long throats. Now I make my husband first to say, Mom will shook hand for business to go make us billionaire overnight. Success not be overnight. Ajete by jete. Now if I buy motor, buy old model. You understand? So that was a self-help. So this 4 help really helped me to recover, and this is where I am today. This is 2 years after my suicide attempt, and I can see that I'm better. I'm happier. I understand life better. I'm very intentional. I'm very deliberate. I don't just take risk. I take calculated risk. I love myself more. I trust in God more. I try to manage myself by removing and adding some things, learning and unlearning. Try to only pay attention to important things and true. Like, I don't put myself under pressure. I take calculated risk, not just any risk. I take one day at a time. I believe that life is just better for me. Like, I have self-love. It's 2 years now, and I can say that I'm grateful to God and I'm better. Depression is real. I repeat, depression is real. The way you go there, but it go do you one kind, you go do check-up for hospital. Now the same way we're supposed to do mental health check-up, like we're supposed to take care of our mental health. For Nigeria, now the person crazy, is that to tear his shirt. Now they go say the person get mental problem, they go carabo selu or yaba left. Not wait until you reach like that. Depression is real. There are different symptoms of depression. You might be depressed and you don't know. One of them, I remember then I used to be very sad. Persistent sadness. Change in sleep. Your appetite go change sef. All the banga soup where you go dey like to the shop, you no coffee dey shop am again. Your energy go empty, you're weak like the way they fry 2 times. And then you feel guilty, hopeless, and empty, worthless. If you're feeling that way, and you have been feeling it for a while, you need mental health checkup. You need to seek professional help. You need to talk to someone you trust. It is very important. Talk to someone that you know has given you this. I've given you an environment to talk about unsafe secrets and whatever. You need to talk to someone. It's very important. And then you need to talk to Jesus. You need to talk to God. You need to talk to God. You need to be around people you love. But I just feel it all starts from seeking professional help, and then it trickles down. Everything falls in place. Please, depression is real. If you're having one of these symptoms or most of these symptoms, even though you're not having it at all, sometimes it's just good that we check our mental health. It's very important, and the different kind of depression, the different type, bipolar, postpartum, there are different type of depression. My own, what it cost my own are debt, money, debt. That costs my own. There are different type of depression. I need to seek professional help to know the treatment, to know the kind of treatment you need. It's not a bad thing. It's not you will not be stigmatized. You will even be a survivor. And I really believe that God let this happen to me so I can like use my story to give hope to people, because there are a lot of people that this thing has happened to and they are shy. They can't talk about it. But God knows if it happened to me, I go come aside, open my legs, say, see what happened to me, you know? So I just feel like love yourself. Think of yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. Take it easy. Whatever it is that you're going through, even though you owe debt, federal government do debt. Do the one your parish. You beg person, not give you. Leave them. You know, just love yourself. Take one day at a time. Whatever you're going through is not a problem. It's a process. You will be just fine. Okay, you will be just fine. And I pray that whoever is going through the process, whoever is trying to heal, you'll be fine. Okay. Try to forgive. Love yourself. Forgive your past. It's not your fault. It don't happen. It don't happen. It don't happen. Oh, it don't happen. It don't happen. It don't happen. You know, it don't happen. It don't happen. Move on, and you'll be just fine.